Disney is famous for many reasons, one of them being the iconic villains that plague the communities of their films. In 1951, Walt Disney produced Alice in Wonderland, starring the Queen of Hearts as the ultimate villain. The Queen is characterized by her extreme temper, her desire to have things always done her way, and her famous line,
With their heads!
However, one of my personal favorite aspects of the live-action readaptations of the Disney animated classics is the character development. I tend to appreciate a well-developed villain over a well-developed hero. In Tim Burton's live-action sequels of Alice in Wonderland, the Queen of Hearts is depicted as a much more lethal and demented menace. In the first Alice in Wonderland done by Tim Burton, the Queen has a sister, which implies that she has a family history. This raises the opportunity for a backstory. We find out that the Queen is obsessed with large features on people's body, as her own head is severely enlarged. We are introduced to her court and some characters who are close to her, such as her right-hand man. It is to him that she confesses that she truly does desire her subjects' love and support. He is the one who tells her that to be feared is much better than to be loved. By the end of the movie, we have witnessed the level of rage the Queen is able to achieve. It isn't until the sequel of this movie, Alice Through the Looking Glass, that we are introduced to the Queen's backstory. The entire story is based on the concept of time, and of course has Alice time traveling, in which she witnesses the events that led to the Queen's current state. Since family relations were established in the previous story, the backstory has a path to follow. At the Red Queen's coronation ceremony, whose name we learn is Erasabeth, the guests in attendance laugh at her as she is unintentionally turned into a spectacle by the Mad Hatter and his hatting family because of the size of her head. In a fit of rage and humiliation, she threatens everyone who is laughing at her misfortune. She is further humiliated when her father, the king, revokes her right to the throne and gives it to her younger sister, due to her outburst which he deems makes her unfit to rule.
I hate you. I hate you. Oh!
Alice then jumps further back into time when Erasabeth and her sister were children. We see that it is actually her little sister's dishonesty that causes Erasabeth to take a severe injury to her head, which then changes her personality from then on. So in the end, we conclude that due to unfortunate circumstances that were out of the Red Queen's control, she has an extreme sibling rivalry that causes her pain and misfortune. By the end of the last movie, we see that all the Red Queen truly wants is her younger sister's apology, patience, and tolerance.
That's all